Hi everyone, and welcome to day one of my 16-day strength training series. I am so excited to have you guys here doing this with me, and my goal for the end of this is to have you feeling like your strongest self. So we have 4 workouts per week, and that's going to be a total body, a HIIT workout, an upper body, and a lower body. And today we will be doing a total body workout. This month our focus is going to be on supersets. So let's get started. Okay, we will get into a quick warm-up. We're going to start with some butt kicks. Followed by 5 air squats. And then a few side lunges. Getting into an inchworm onto your knees with 5 push-ups. And bring one foot up to your hand and reach up. Switching feet. One more on each side. And then inchworm back up. We'll do a few arms. Let's get into a few arm circles forward before we begin. Today we're going to be doing supersets, which means 2 movements back to back with very little rest between. And back. Okay, that's enough for the warm-up. I will walk you through the first 2 movements. I want you to do those with me for form, and then we'll begin our first set. So our first move is going to be the front squat. So what you're going to do is we're going to rack 2 weights right here, and we're going to keep our knees outwards, not inwards, as we come down, keeping the chest up and making it to a 90-degree angle. And at the top, you're going to squeeze the glutes. So you're going to rack the weights down with your chest up and squeeze the glutes at the top. We're going to have 8 reps of this one. The next move, we're going to get down and do a chest press. So that's laying down with your knees up, and you're going to dig your shoulder blades into the ground, and we're going to be lifting the weights from here. You want to keep your arms at like a 45-degree angle as opposed to out here. So down here, squeezing your chest at the top. So let's get into the first movement. So we're going to have front squats and then chest press, and that's going to be back to back, 8 reps each. For the front squats, I'm going to be picking up 20-pound weights, rack them up, and let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Set those down and grab your weight for the chest press. If it's the same weight, that's perfect. And 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I have 25 pounds here for those. We'll take about a 30-second break and we'll get back into it. If you're ready, grab those weights. Again, I have 20 pounds. Wrap them up. And 8 reps. 1, 2, squeeze your glutes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Set those down. Eight reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take another 30-second break. Shake it out. When you're ready, we will get that third set. Wrap them up. And 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm actually going to hold on to these 20s this time for the chest press. It's okay if you need to drop weight. It's also okay if you want to go up and challenge yourself on the last set. Make sure to place your shoulder blades on the mat, and 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, squeeze your chest at the top. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We are done with that set. With that block of work, moving on to the next one. While you take a rest, I'll explain the next 2 moves. So we are going to have a sumo deadlift. So what's that going to look like is you'll spread your legs further than shoulder width, pointing your toes outwards. You're going to be holding on to 1 dumbbell or 2 if that feels more comfortable. And we're just going to be hinging over and squeezing your glutes at the top. Hinge and squeeze. And then the next movement after that is going to be military press. So you're going to rack the weights up and push them up over your head, coming down to about a 90-degree angle, maybe a little more, and up. 8 reps of each move. So for the sumo deadlift, I'm going to grab a 60-pound dumbbell. And for the military press, I've got 2 15s. I may need to go down depending on how my shoulders are feeling. but we'll get started with the sumo deadlift. So here I have a 60. Your legs more than shoulder width apart. Pick up the weight and hinge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Set that down. Grab your lighter dumbbells for the military press. I like to stagger my stance by kicking one leg back and rack them up. 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Set those down. Take a 30-second break. If you feel like these rest times are a little bit too long, that just means you should try to challenge yourself with heavier weights because you should need this rest time. So let's get back into the sumo deadlift. Pick it up. 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And military press. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. How's everyone feeling? Another 20 seconds here. It's also important to make sure that you're engaging your core throughout all of these movements. So what that looks like is just squeezing it in before the beginning of each movement. So let's pick up our sumo deadlift. And engage the core. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Won't be needing this weight anymore. Grab your lighter weights. Rock them up. Again, engage the core. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We can take a longer break here while I go over the next 2 moves. We are going to have a 45-degree lunge and a reverse fly. 45-degree lunge. You're going to stagger your stance, lean forward, holding 2 weights. We're going to go down and up. We are going to do 5 on each leg, And then the reverse fly, you can pick up a bit lighter weights for this one. You're gonna bend over, holding the weights here, pull them up. And at the very top, I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades as if you have a pencil in there. So from the side, up. Okay, so for the 45-degree lunge, I'm gonna hold on to two 25-pound weights. And then for the reverse fly, I'm gonna grab two 12-pound weights. So let's get started with my 25s. Kick one leg back, bend over 45 degrees, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switching legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Set those down. Pick up your smaller weights. Hinge over. Weights in front of you. And 1, 2, 3. Squeeze those shoulder blades. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We are working all of the muscle groups today, hence total body. Take a 30-second break. We are more than halfway done this workout. Pick it back up. Foot back, hinge over, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Set those down. Grabbing our lighter weights. Hinge over. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Set those down. Again, you should be taking full advantage of these rest times. If you don't feel like your heart is beating fast enough, you need to pick up heavier weights. Take another 15 seconds. We want the heart rate to come down a little bit, but not completely slow down. All right. Last set. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switching legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Set those down. Grabbing your lighter weights. Hinge over. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I hope you're feeling it as much as I am. We are moving on to our very last block of work. We're going to be doing a side lunge and an upright row. So the side lunge, we're going to be holding one weight right here, and we're going to be shifting from side to side. So 8 reps of those. And then we're going to be doing the upright row, which is holding 2 weights right here and pulling it up. We're not looking for it to go above our chest or for our elbows to come down. We always want to keep our elbows above our wrists. So for the side lunge, I am going to pick up a 30-pound dumbbell. And for the upright row, I will stick with 15 pounds. So let's grab that 30-pound or whatever weight you have chosen. You're going to put it right here. And put your legs relatively wide apart. You can adjust your stance to feel comfortable. And we're going to start on one side. 1, 2, 3, chest up. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Set that down. And I have 15 pounds here for the upright row. I like to stagger my stance a little bit. 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take a short rest here. I'd love for you to comment below which was your favorite superset of this workout. Because we used lighter weights, we don't need quite as long of a rest time. So we'll grab that heavier dumbbell again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I love that move for the inner thighs. Upright row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We will be moving on to our very last set in about 20 seconds. All right, grab that weight. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Set those down. We'll do a little bit of a cool down. Because I want you guys to get the best results, make sure you're pairing these workouts with trying to get at least 8 to 10K steps a day. And also guys, nutrition matters. If you want to see the best results, you have to be dialed in with your nutrition. You can check out the course in the link in my bio. I run 3 weeks and 6-week courses with customized macros and whole food meal plans. Thank you for joining me, and make sure to check out day 2, HIIT.